did a lot of the messing up in the closing stages of that game against Kenya. When Kenya were down to 6, but here they're at the full complement of 7, and Stephen Hunduza making a telling contribution for Zimbabwe, but now the touchline winning that battle. Kenya holding out for a 14-12 victory over South Africa, having a player sin bin right towards the end of the game, and South Africa forcing the pass, losing the ball forward, and Kenya victorious. So a draw against England, a win against the South Africans, and now looking to secure their place in the Cup quarter-final. But Zimbabwe will throw everything at it. Chiwanza. And a fair contest over the ball from Kenya. Big tap and go from Ariambo. Oscar Umar strong on his feet through a couple of tackles. Mbaka in the change in direction from Collins and Jera. Ariambo.
It's a ruck there, last week.
Very strong at the ruck from Oscar Ayodi. Standing up in the face of some strong Zimbabwean defence. Just a bit of rhythm coming the way of the Kenyans now as they build through the phases. Some space out wide for Ayodi, but back to the inside he comes. Injera keeping the ball alive, wearing Zimbabwe down as they go left and right and left again on defence. It's an excellent tackle from Jacques Letal. But still the Kenyans go forward on attack, and a wonderful straighten from Oscar Umar, just a couple of metres short. They must score now, surely, the Kenyans. Ball is down from Collins Injera. And a sustained period of attack, eventually wearing Zimbabwe down.
And you mentioned that rhythm, that flow, that the Kenyans had decided the right time to go direct. We just ended up, Collins and Jera still had men on his outside, but he's good enough to get the ball down. But fantastic rhythm and continuity from the Kenyans, maintaining the ball, building position, going forward, and eventually they get their points. But looking really smooth and confident, the Kenyans, early on.
Shanique says her husband of 2.5 years has yet to get her the honeymoon he's been promising her. Starsky says he's looking to take.
Can you turn the conversion quicker next time, please?
Conversion was Colin Injera, the playmaker in the team. Everything runs through him. No subtlety there from the big man. Oscar Umar, Collins Injera, too much pace. Steps on the inside and a little bit of work to do. Rolls around.
We've been married for 2.5 years.
Puts the pull down there.
For 4 years. All right. I'm suing my husband today.
Hey, and plenty of cause for celebration amongst the Kenyan fans. And good reading of the play at the restart again. Kenya are going to go straight in for number 2, Bush Mwale. It was one in the air by Zimbabwe, tapped back on their side, but Mwale, superb reading of the play and virtually unopposed in for number 2.
That is great work, following up from the kickoff. Such a good advantage if you can try and get that ball back or disrupt the opposition from getting it. The following up and the pace here from Bush. Mwale, the Kenyan contingent up there, getting louder and louder as the Kenyans get stronger and stronger in this game.
We're trying to get a marital agreement. The first thing is you didn't get a honeymoon. What happened? Okay, Your Honor, we got married in 2006. First, we got married at the court.
It's the last quarter, which is the follow-up from Bush Mwale. Still had supporters behind him. Didn't need them, but William Bakker was in support.
Remembers about getting married to the man she loves. That's her wedding, sometimes the dress, and the honeymoon. Okay. He hasn't taken
a commanding early lead in this contest. That's lost forward by Zimbabwe, and yet again the restart proves a critical part of the game. We've seen it all day. Those who have been most effective at the restart have dominated the possession stats and generally the scoreboard as well.
That's true about entrepreneurship, not allowed that. But saying
every time, like I told her, if you really want something in life, you take
Ayodi put his arms through the tackle. The pass was a little loose though. Odiambo has to go back to collect and consolidate.
Speaking out, just stand here. I let you know where she want to go to make it.
Juggle from Ayodi.
I want something like I know, like my vending machine.
Umar.
I went to, I had time to go and vending machine and verification.
Good acceleration from the Kenyans. William Mbaka into half a gap, keeping the ball alive superbly. Mbaka followed up to be the support runner. Well, they got a 3-on-1 here. Kenya got to go through the hands. Injera. And in they go through Odiambo. Gets it down eventually. It's a close thing.
No need to take that hit there. But Odiambo doing the hard work. But Kenya again, we spoke about that rhythm. Just the hands here, getting the ball up. The overlap's been worked. They're putting the ball into space, running inside shoulder. The defender still almost makes it. Could have just gone in. Could have made things a whole lot simpler. Odiambo just sliding in into the try line there. A little contact for his hard work. But the ball is safe and secure and on the ground.
So that money could have been used to take me on honeymoon. And what about his fighting?
Adema with the conversion attempt, just about 4 meters in from the right-hand touchline.
Find the location and the place and the time and the amount of money and present it.
Very impressive performance so far from Kenya. 3 tries to them now.
I haven't done it that way.
It's just their team that just looks like they've been improving the whole day. Tough game against England, did well against South Africa, and now they've got their flow. So Kenyans complete control.
Again, it's one in the air by Kenya, a little untidy on the ground. Ayodi goes to ground to secure the ball, lost forward by Kenya. Advantage for Zimbabwe. He blows for the scrum. Well, he can't now. He's called advantage over. Right there, Towel. Continues to be a very hard worker for Zimbabwe, but then off their feet, sealing off.
So she just started travel like 2 or 3 months ago.
Okay, well,
so it's something brand new. So we've been married since, February 17, 2006. That's like almost 3 years now.
So you think it's too late?
No, it's never too late. It's never too late. It's just the fact that
they're still going to have a crack at another try before half time here, Kenya.
Okay, we're going to write that down.
Injera. Beautiful step from him and arms around the tackle, finding Mwale.
Did the right thing, pulled the defender in, just needed to get the pass there. Like you said, Matt, it's all Kenya at the moment.
Just no possession of any consequence for Zimbabwe to use during those opening 7 minutes. Kenya outstanding at their restarts after scoring their tries and applying the pressure from the very first minute. 3 tries, 1 of them converted, and Kenya at halftime leads Zimbabwe by 17 points to 0.
Because otherwise you'll be waiting and waiting and never do it. That's the learning. Because your husband is saying, I'm the kind of man who you have to provide you with a plan.
Okay. Let's just be a bit more patient in our team.
Okay, so that's
when they tap or when they start playing, be chasing everywhere. Be chasing. Let's have one solid line. When we're moving, we move together. Okay. Do not find yourself sprinting when you're going across. So what's happening? We chase 3 steps, you can step 3 guys. Okay, easy on the running. When we have ball, just have to be direct. Okay, just be a little bit more direct. Okay. Come on, keep the pass off. Let's go. Go on to the ball, boys. Cheetahs!
17 points to 0. Kenya lead Zimbabwe, and the Kenyans well on their way to a place in the Cup quarterfinals here in Cape Town. And we will not know the identity of the other qualifier from this group until after the very last game of the day. That snake represents a lot of liquid consumed during the course of...
It just doesn't stop. When does it end?
Family court is back in session. Charisse is suing her husband Scott.
It has been a hot day.
A lot of thirsty people out there.
Jira with a beautiful offload for Ringo. Quickly taken by Jacques Letal. Big clean out made on Biko Adema as well, but Zimbabwe not controlling the ball at that breakdown, and Kenya quick to launch the counter. And a straight run to the line now. It is going to be for Oscar Ayodi, and they won't catch him.
That's a beautiful counter from the Kenyans. Going coast to coast there, but the passing, the skill, the depth which they attacked at. And Oscar Ayodi gets a try. This is a great pass here from William Baka. Right out the top, finds his man in space. Then it's just a foot race. And Oscar Ayodi too quick for the Zimbabwean defenders. And Kenya right on top.
Well, with a kick to come, it's 22 points the lead. It's got to be out of the reach of the Zimbabweans now. And it's been a mighty impressive performance from Kenya today. They had a draw snatched by England after the Hooter with an impressive conversion after Kenya had made all the early running against England in the first game in this pool.
That's the end of it. Oscar Ayodi put it to space. Brilliant pass from William Baka. The Kenyans starting to find their rhythm, continuing with their rhythm, I should say.
So if we're to technically hand in the victory in this game, it all comes down to England or South Africa in the next one. England having drawn with Kenya, beaten Zimbabwe. South Africa having beaten Zimbabwe and lost to Kenya. So we're either going to see in the next game.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that's going to be a yellow.
Put the food on the plate in 2008. Walk away over here. Put your apron in the girl. How you gonna do? No. You sit on the plate.
Just a quick consultation with the assistant referee. So much more responsibility on the assistants and the referee in sevens to make the decisions. There is no TMO. They can use the video review process only for in-goal incidents in the act of scoring a try. Patience now required by Kenya. Zimbabwe down to 6. Some strong work on the ground by Rian O'Neill for Zimbabwe.
I contacted the chef, and I wanted to know how much he would charge for a menu like this for 1 week. He told me $2,700.
Strong tackle from Mbaka. Kenya hadn't retreated 10, so Zimbabwe with another penalty. Manduza got his pass away for O'Neill. It's Boyd Rouse. Ball held up in a maul by Kenya off the ground, and they will get the put in at the scrum. Just back to the point, we're either going to lose the host country in the next game, or last week's finalists against Fiji, who were England in Dubai.
Now it's a big one coming up. The Giant Killers Kenya, that's a horrific high tackle that. Let's see the reaction of the Kenyan bench there.
Abstain or use condoms to avoid early pregnancy.
Penalized for that. Zimbabwe just showed a glimpse of what they can do with a little bit of good ball. Some great exchange play, some continuity. The Kenyans have got some big runners there. Oscar Omar, William Baka, Odiambo, and the magical Collins Injera pulling the strings up today.
Well, it is Injera with the scrum feed. It's a strong counter from Zimbabwe, and O'Neill up the short side. Zimbabwe is still down to the 6 men. Global. And Oscar Umar with a strong challenge over the ball, but Zimbabwe doing well to recycle. Chiwanza away for Mudariki.
Must get to your feet before you play.
The tackler is entitled to play before the ruck is formed, but he must get on his feet to play that ball. So Bryant awarding the penalty the way of Zimbabwe. Next break and play, they should be back to their full complement of 7, but for now having to work exponentially harder. Calbeck, O'Neill.
Ran into a trap.
And the advantage for Kenya, and onto the counter they go. Zimbabwe have just worked too hard to try and score, to have any kind of fuel left in the tank to make the chase. Collins and Jera very unselfishly handing the ball to Leonard Mugaisi, and he gets his first try of this, the second round of the HSBC 7 series.
There's the Kenyan contingent. It's party time up there. The team was qualified and they're looking very good now. Well organized. Collins and Jera, what a wonderful gesture here. He scored enough tries, he can give them away now.
Such an experienced player, Collins and Jera. This is 58th tournament on the 7 series. Came into this event with 204 tries. Astonishing record over the years for the Kenyan captain. Debut in Hong Kong all the way back in the 2006-2007 season, so 8 years on the circuit. Zimbabwe looking for something in the closing seconds. It's been a tough old day for them. 26-5 losers to South Africa in their opening game, and then 43-0 they lost out against England. O'Neill and Global. And the ball knocked out of his grasp. Just a little bit of contact there as he tried to ease through the half gap.
It's knocked out there, but it's been a tough day at the office for the Zimbabweans. And Matt, we listened to the halftime talk. It almost sounds like a coach that's been defeated or a team that struggled a lot. So a tough day at the office for the Zimbabwean team.
Well, Kenya should be happy to get this out. They've had a very satisfactory day, but they're still looking for one more. It could come down to a points difference to determine first and second in the group with England. If England get past South Africa in the next game, wonderful kick and regather. And then the try is scored. It was Eden Aguero with the kick and gather. And then Nelson Oyu with the final try for the Kenyans. And an even more impressive victory now. Just the kick to come, and then the final whistle means that Kenya are victorious by 36 points.
Well, that is great work from the Kenyans. Eden Aguero, beautiful chip and chase, and Ayu finishes it off. But the Kenyans looking confident, and an impressive performance from them today. Pretty ruthless also.
Guaranteed of a space in the Cup quarterfinals are Kenya after their victory against Zimbabwe and South Africa, their draw against England. Full time, it's Kenya 36, Zimbabwe 0. England, South Africa up next.